It's Karen Anderson. I'm 43 years old and I'm an emergency physician. And I met Jamal. I came to GymWorks in October of 2008, so just about a year ago. When I met Jamal, I weighed 233 pounds. And since working with Jamal, I've learned how to change my life. The thing about GymWorks and Jamal that changed my life is I'm a doctor. I know how this works. I know how one loses weight. I know how one gets fit. But it didn't become real, and I wasn't able to internalize it until I started working with Jamal. For some reason, we just clicked on all this stuff. And I understood that there are a lot of things in this world we can't change. We're born with certain genetics. We have our height, we have our gender, we have our skin color. Those are all things that we have to live with. We can't change. But something like weight and fitness level, that's something that we have a choice over. We can sit and eat all the macaroni and cheese we want to eat for the rest of our lives, or we can be fit and look good. And we need to value the fact that we have that as a choice, instead of complaining and moaning that we have to be on a diet or exercise regularly, because it really is a gift that we have that opportunity to change that about ourselves. And those are the types of things that I learned from Jamal. The other thing that I learned that was great is that usually in society what we're taught is that a woman has to be quiet and demure and weak and frail, and Jamal really emphasizes the whole idea of strength being something that's beautiful. And that was really validating to learn that, because you kind of are always made to feel less feminine if you're strong or tough, and here it's not like that at GymWorks. Here you really learn to value yourself for your strength and for your abilities, as opposed to some kind of social idea that they have for you. In terms of what I do or what I've done to get and stay fit, I eat healthy, and yes, it is a sacrifice. You do want to eat the macaroni and cheese, but it's strange that the more you do it, the more you get into it, and the more you start really eating to fuel yourself instead of to fuel all the other emotional things that you have going on, or to fuel the fatigue that you're feeling or whatever. And kind of learning how to feel the difference between eating well because it's the right thing to do for yourself, and eating badly because it makes you emotionally feel better. That's been surprisingly easy. I thought it would be really difficult. I thought it would feel like a diet, and it hasn't. It actually really feels good. Same with the fitness part of it. I work out with Jamal 4 days a week, and then I do cardio on my own 6 days a week. So it's about, say, 10 to 12 hours of working out. It's a lot. It's a sacrifice of time. You do have to make a choice between, am I going to sit down and watch TV, or am I going to work out? And again, it comes back to the fact that we're lucky that that's a choice that we get to make, that we have, as opposed to all the other things that we don't get to choose. I've learned that I'm somebody who is always going to have a disordered approach to eating. I'm always going to have the same relationship with food that an alcoholic has with alcohol. I'm never going to be able to sit down in front of a bowl of pasta and resist it the way that an alcoholic will never go out and have 1 or 2 beers with his buddies. And that's something I'm always going to need to be aware of. And once I kind of understood that, and understood that everybody has their limitations and there are things that hold them back in this world, and that just happens to be mine, it became a lot easier to live with. It became something that I could manage and I could control. And so I've learned to incorporate that into who I am. And I'm lucky that I found Jamal. I'm lucky that I found GymWorks. It's been great to find him. It's amazing the way our philosophies just happen to mesh perfectly. And I would never move away from Dallas, Texas, just because I'm never going to move away from GymWorks.
That's a good one.
Okay.